guys? Welcome to the show. Deeply appreciate you tuning in. I doing a little solo here just on the YouTube channel. I wanted to reach out. So many of you guys who have been following me on YouTube, on other platforms as well, I deeply appreciate all your love and support. It means a lot to me. So make sure you hit that like and subscribe button, okay? I wanted to reach out and I wanted to talk about something. So I grew up in Philadelphia, and I grew up in a little section called Alney. Uh, and a lot of my family grew up in Kensington and Allegheny in Philadelphia. And I wanted to reach out and say to Ben Shapiro for the amazing footage and documentary that he did on fentanyl in Philadelphia. I am freaking blown away by what is going on in my home city. I mean, I grew up there. It's sad, man. It looks like a freaking war zone. I remember as a kid going down Kensington and Allegheny with my mom. We took the bus everywhere. Mom didn't drive, and it was one of those things. So we always took, public transportation. Public transportation was our main way of getting around the city. I mean, I would take it to the mall with my friends to go see new movies that came out, and it's just a thing that we did. I've been seeing these videos and the reports. It literally looks like a damn war zone. Fentanyl is overtaking these streets, man, and it's unbelievable. I'm blown the frick away, man. Fentanyl is killing Kensington and Allegheny. That area at one point in time was so amazing. Storefronts all underneath the L, all lit up with signs and sales and everything. I mean, there were so many amazing stores, and you could walk down there. I remember my grandmother walking down those roads, and my mom, and you were safe. It wasn't bad. Now you go there and there's people hunched over that look like they're freaking dying, man. Like, what the hell? I still have family that lives in the city, and it's crazy that this drug is doing this to these people, man. And it's holy shit. I mean, I'm lost for words. Before school would the season, the new school season, we go down there, we go school shopping. That you had stores where you could get your sneakers, where you could get all your new jeans, the latest and best stuff. And now you walk down there and it's boarded up businesses, closed out businesses. You have people just lying the streets for blocks, just overtaken by drugs, by fentanyl, prostitutes just walking up and down. Now, I grew up there. There was prostitutes all the time, but you could see them working certain corners and shit like that, but it's overdone. The parks are overtaken by users just laying out and about, stoned out of their minds. What the fuck is going on? Why aren't they doing anything? Why aren't they pushing these people away? Why aren't they getting more facilities to help these people. I mean, it's nuts. The drugs are overtaking everything. I watched a video of a gentleman recording just walking down the street at K&A, and the amount of people stoned out of their mind outside of the L station to get up to take the train was it was overbearing. I mean, they're just hunched over like zombies. It looked like Walking Dead. They're laying on homemade beds on the street and they're just hunched over. Some of them are just barely grabbing a pole and just what? It's nuts, man. It's truly nuts. I am just so saddened to see this happen, and it breaks my heart because I grew up there, and I still I still have family that lives there, like I said, and I just don't know how they cope with it. I know a lot of them moved away from the area to other, I guess you could say, suburbs and whatnot. But I mean, it's happening out there as well. But to walk down this road that once was alive with amazing stores and sales and tons of people with shopping bags, and you could take the train, and on the train everybody was getting off at certain points and they were flocking out of the train to go down the steps to go shopping. You can't even do that anymore, and it's sad. I mean, used to be these amazing grocers on the corner where you get all fresh produce and meats, and now some of these buildings are just abandoned, with wooden covers over windows and things like that. And a lot of them, you could see where they have kicked in the doors, taken over, and are living in this empty building. And cops just walk by and nobody does anything. Like, what the frig, man? Like, what the hell is happening? But Ben Shapiro, he did a documentary on it, and he drove around, and I'm telling you, I I'm so thankful he did this because it's drawing more attention to that area. Now, I moved away from that area many years ago, and because I was afraid what I would get sucked into. And it just was one of those things. I am so thankful that I'm gone from that area. I love where I'm at. I love being an owner of a business. I love doing my podcast and talking to you guys and you supporting me. So if any of you out there are struggling with any type of addiction, drop me a comment. Let's get you some help. I'm here. I'll help. Let's find what we can do to help you out. And if you have friends or anybody that is struggling with addiction or can't come to terms with what's happening, hit try and get that intervention with them, to to have them wake up a little bit and see what they're doing and how it's affecting you as a member of their family or your friendship with them. And most of all, you don't want them to fucking die. I I don't I am not big on drugs. I Don't get me wrong. I like to drink my beer and I smoke a vape, you know, nicotine, very light nicotine vape. Uh, I know this isn't healthy neither, but since putting down the cigarettes, I can actually breathe better. I can run. I'm not out of breath. yeah, I've put on a couple of pounds since I've quit smoking, and I'm stuck at a plateau right now. I'm trying to get past that little plateau. I dropped some weight, and now I'm like been working on losing that last 15 pounds. And you get to that point and you're like, what the fuck? Why am I not losing any more weight? But I've got some goals. I've got some things that I'm working on. But I've never been one of those people to want to continuously do something like that. Don't get me wrong. I've tried things in the past when I was younger and stuff like that, but it just wasn't for me. And I'm thankful. I'm very thankful. So I mean, Christ, I have a hard enough time taking Tylenol for a headache, and I get yelled at because I hate going to the doctor. I don't want to take pills or anything like that. I'm not one of those people. I'm not into painkillers. I'm not into taking this, and this. It's who I am, and I know there's other people out there like that as well. But this fucking fentanyl shit is overtaking everything, and it's scary, and it scares the living shit out of me because I have young kids, and my oldest lives just outside of Philadelphia, and I know that shit trickles, and I've seen it trickle into surrounding suburbs and neighborhoods, and people don't think it does, and they try and keep a blind eye to what, oh no, 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 but yeah, 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 you'd be freaking surprised what goes on in the suburbs. But the shit that's happening in Kensington and Allegheny is just freaking mind-blowing. There is Kensington and Westmoreland where some shit is crazy. You go up underneath the L, like I said, and all these old storefronts that were thriving businesses 15 years or so ago are all just run down. Nobody's taking an interest in it. What does it take to clean this up? Why can't the city come in and push the shit out? I know you're never going to get rid of shit. I know that. I know it for a fact. I mean, I lived in some neighborhoods where it was so fucking bad that they called in the National Guard to do sweeps through the neighborhood to try and push out some of the drug dealers and whatnot. And it may have stayed clean for, 6, 7 months or whatever, but slowly it comes back. If we can push hard to get that area cleaned up again and turn it into a thriving community of businesses and new shops, how can they do it? Why not do it? It's sad. It really is. And some of these are just kids, man. They're so young. Um, this one film I watched, he interviewed who they were, where they were from. You would be surprised how many of these people aren't even from Philadelphia. They're from out of state, and they've come there, and they end up in Kensington on the avenue. And you look at these people and they look so old. I mean, they're dirty, they're skinny. Some of them look like they haven't eaten in months, and they're covered in acne and missing teeth, and they look like they're in their 60s. And when they talk to them, they're like 22, 25, some are 30. It's mind blowing. what this drug is doing to that generation. And it truly it hurts me. I lost some friends to drugs in the past. So I know how it feels. And it's sad. It's truly sad. So it's one of those things, man. I just I wanted to jump on and just see what your thoughts are on this, and tell me your ideas. In your way, how would you clean up these areas? What what would you do to help the community take care of this? I've heard a lot of these um places outside the US, or I could be off on this, so where they make certain shit legal for them and whatnot. But do you think that's right to make shit legal and let them do this? I mean, I- would it help put it in a certain area where this is where you have to go to get high? This is where you go to get your free shit, where you go to get your free needles, where you go to just almost lay down and die. I mean, is that right? Is that right to do? I mean, what? I don't know. It's fucking scary. But I just fentanyl, man, fucking drugs. Christ, the biggest drug. I It's not even a drug anymore. It's legalized, but pot, marijuana, that was the thing growing up. I've tried it, been there, done it. It's not my thing. I don't smoke it. I know a lot of my friends that do have legal medical cards and do it to help calm anxiety, to help fight arthritis, medical reasons, back pain, shit like that, cancer. I It is what it is. But the other stuff, the narcotic stuff, the pills and the fentanyl and that shit, something's gotta be done about all that shit, man. Because I've seen it destroy people, man. I've seen it destroy people. I've watched family members being hooked on that shit and taking pills and just chewing them instead of doing what they were supposed to be doing. I'm taking them every 6 to 8 hours. I've watched them take them, chew them, get that quick fucking hit, and then in 30, 40 minutes they're in pain instead of doing it the proper way where it's supposed to spread out into your system and whatnot. But yeah, it's fucked up, man. It's crazy. But I so yeah, thank you guys so much for letting me ramble on this subject and doing this short little video. If you guys can, hit that like, hit that subscribe button, give me a follow, and help me push my videos a little bit further out. I've got more guests coming in, and I'm going to sit down and talk some really cool stuff. So thank you so much for your time and for following me. So once again, my love to you guys is phenomenal. And if you got a comment or anything, don't be afraid. Leave it at the bottom and I'll message you back. All right. So thank you guys so much for tuning in and watching this short little video. And I deeply appreciate it. I'm Philly. Love you guys. Bye.